Welcome to Pajama Storytime, presented by myself, Lee Pridgeon, the East Branch Librarian for the Wilson County Public Library System. Summer's here and it's quite hot outside, so let's talk about the biggest body of water we can think of. That's right, we're going to talk about the ocean, and most importantly, the large, majestic creature that lives within, the whale. And to help us with that, I have two books for us. Starting off, we have Show Us Where You Live, Humpback, and then we'll be following that up with The Tale of the Whale. Let's begin. Show Us Where You Live, Humpback by Beryl Young. Show us where you live, humpback, in the warm waters of this southern bay. We see you now with your newborn calf. Here she will grow and learn. She floats close to you, a small shadow in this new world. You glide together through the sparkling sea. Your flippers sway like gentle curtains, keeping your young one safe. This is where I live, my home, where I learn and grow, where I am safe. You are a giant riding the waves, humpback, as big as a school bus. Your calf is hungry, and once again, she takes your milk, not a drop wasted. Every day she grows and grows. One day she will be big as you. I'm growing too, getting big, bigger. See how tall I am? Show your calf the ways of the sea, humpback. Teach her how to swim. Guide her with your tail fluke, so she learns the drifts and sways of the tides. As she grows stronger, you swim faster, but always she stays close. She looks into your eyes and sees herself. Every day I learn new things. I can pump my own swing. Watch me, Mama. Let us see you splash, humpback. Your calf watches too. Your mighty flippers slap the water hard. Your tail beats and crashes, smacks and splashes, sending roiling waves across the sea. Whack your fin, thwap your fluke. You are loud, you're a wonder. I make smashes and splashes too. Water tickles my nose. I blink my eyes and laugh. Surprise us when you blow, humpback. Look, a plume shoots up from the blowhole. Whoosh! A jet of sparkling bubbles. Whoosh! We wait for one more. Wow! I can puff, I can blow. Whoosh! I can make bubbles too. Up, up, zoom up. Water sprays from your wings, soaring into the air. You are a seabird, and with a strong leap, suddenly you breach high. We watch for you in the water. We wait to see you jump, humpback. Up, up. I can jump in the air, higher and higher. We hear singing, humpback. Another whale calls with new songs. Siren notes that shrill and curl, curl and shrill, in a chorus of silver sonnets. I can sing, I can shout too. Everyone can hear me. Show us how your calf sleeps, humpback, how she floats close beside you. Your steady flipper pillows her, keeping her safe. As you float deeper into the dark, then still sleeping, you rise together to breathe, and gently lower again. I rest against my mother's side. She sings to me. I close my eyes and sleep. We have seen where you live, humpback, your calf by your side, in the warm waters of the southern bay. Now we will drift and dream of the wide sea and the whales in this wondrous world we share. The Tale of the Whale by Karen Swan. Where land becomes sky and sky becomes sea, I first saw the whale, and the whale first saw me. And high on the breeze came his sweet-sounding song. I've so much to show you, if you'll come along. I scrambled aboard in the silvery light and watched tiny houses drift far out of sight. We floated away on the rocking horse sea. I smiled at the whale, and the whale smiled at me. We sailed the blue ocean with turtles and rays, and tails splashed the seagulls in deep water bays. We danced with the dolphins that waltzed through the sea. I laughed with the whale, and the whale laughed with me. I took a deep breath, and we dived through the blue, and there on the bottom, a ship with no crew. But where was the treasure deep under the sea? I shrugged at the whale, and the whale shrugged at me. We swam over mountains, through valleys of sand, an ocean in motion, a bright, busy land. With carpets of color that breathed with the sea, I watched with the whale, and the whale watched with me. We crashed through the surface. We splashed, oh, so high. A splutter, a rumble, and then whoosh to the sky. I'm flying, I cried, to the cold ice-capped sea. I waved to the whale, and the whale waved to me. The whale's tummy rumbled, his mouth opened wide, and half of an ocean was swallowed inside. I stared at the whale, and he stared back at me. I understood now what he'd brought me to see. A watery trash can of bottles and caps, some straws, an old toothbrush, and torn plastic wraps. A net lost while fishing, a large coffee cup. The soup of the ocean, he'd swallowed it all up. A turtle in trouble, a gull in distress, a tightening collar, a plastic bag mess. We traveled home saddened by all we could see. I cried with the whale, and the whale cried with me. I gazed in his eyes as I stood on the sand, and made him a promise to tell the whole land. The tale of the whale in the plastic soup sea. You've heard the whale's story. Please change it with me.